Hi, welcome to Crochet Jewel. I'm going to show you how to make this cute crochet ghost, and I made it with a G hook, and also I made it with a G hook for the hat as well. The pattern is down below. If you are a beginner, I have a playlist for beginner stitches, and if this is too fast for you, you can place this in slow motion. I have a link on how to do that down below. Okay, so let's get started. To get started, I'm going to work the magic ring. If this is your first time doing the magic ring, there is a link on how to do that below. Slip stitch into it with the chain. Single crochet into the magic ring 6 times. Insert your hook, grab the yarn, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So you have 6 all together. You're going to pull it closed, slip stitch into the first stitch, in each stitch around you're going to work 2 single crochet for a total of 12. Repeat that around until you have 12. You can use a stitch marker to keep track of your rounds. In the next round, you're going to work 1 single crochet and then 2 for an increase. And just repeat that around until you get to the stitch marker. You're increasing by 6 each round. Now you're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then work 2 increase. So 1, 1, and then 2 until you get to the stitch marker. If you want to make this bigger, you can keep increasing your rounds. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to do single crochet around in each stitch. Do this until you get to the stitch marker. So I did 3 more rounds after the increase rounds. I added the eyes. You're at your stitch marker. And after your stitch marker, I'm going to work a bobble stitch for the arm. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn for 1, and you're going to do it 4 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, and this is for 3, and then 4, and then yarn over and do it for 5 times. If your yarn is too thick, you might only be able to do 4 or 3 times. Then yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook, and that's going to create an arm. And then you're going to single crochet across to the next arm. Now after 8 stitches, you're going to work your bobble stitch again for arms. Now single crochet until you get to your stitch marker. Once you get to the bobble stitch, you're going to work a single crochet right into that stitch and then work a single crochet in each stitch around until you get to the stitch marker. I did 2 rounds of single crochet, and now I'm going to slip stitch, and in each back loop, there's 2 loops here, and in each back loop I'm going to work a single crochet. You're going to go back in these back loops and work a little ruffle stitch. Complete that until you get to the beginning. Now at the beginning, you're going to slip stitch, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. You're going to work 2 single crochet together, insert your hook, grab the yarn, go to the next stitch, yarn over, grab the yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops for a decrease, and then single crochet in the next 2 stitches and repeat for a decrease again, and repeat that until you get back to your stitch marker. Now you can stuff the ghost, and in the next round you're going to single crochet and then work 2 single crochet together, decrease. So 1 and then a decrease, and repeat that to your stitch marker. This round you're going to work 2 single crochet together in each stitch around until it closes to the beginning. Work that around. You're at the end here, and you're just going to slip stitch in and pull through. And then you can take your yarn needle and weave in your ends. Now right up here where you did the back loops, we're going to add a little ruffle. Go back into the back loop, and you're going to slip stitch into it. To get started, you're going to single crochet, and then in the same stitch you're going to half double crochet, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops, and then single crochet, and then in the next back loop you're going to slip stitch, and then in the next stitch you're going to single crochet, just grab that back loop, and then half double crochet, and then single crochet, and then slip stitch, and then just repeat with a single crochet, half double crochet, and then a single crochet, and then slip stitch, it's going to look like this. You'll repeat this all the way till you get to the beginning. To finish, you're going to slip stitch in the beginning, and then pull through. Then you can take your yarn needle and weave in your ends in the back. To show you how to make this witch's hat, I made it with black velvet yarn, and then this little brim around it I used medium worsted yarn, and I'm using a G hook, and you can use plush yarn. It looks really nice with the velvet yarn. I'm going to use blue velvet yarn because it shows up better on camera. And to get started, you can do the magic circle, or you can do a chain 2. With the chain 2, you can single crochet 6 into that first chain. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. After you have your 6, you can slip stitch. This will be the only time that I do slip stitch. I'm going to continue in continual rounds. Also, you can use a stitch marker to keep track of your rounds. So in the last stitch that I worked, I'm going to use a stitch marker. Then single crochet in the next 2 stitches. You have 6 stitches altogether. Single crochet in the next 2. And then work 2 single crochet, and then you'll just repeat that to the stitch marker. 1 single crochet in the next 2, and then 2 single crochet. And then you have 2. And you can take your stitch marker out and then place it into the last stitch. And then in each stitch around, you're going to work a single crochet. So you have 8 stitches all together now. In this round, you're just going to work a single crochet in each stitch until you get to the stitch marker. Then single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then work an increase. So 2 single crochet. And then you'll repeat that until you get to the stitch marker. So 1 in the next 3, and then 2 increase until you get to the stitch marker. Now single crochet in each stitch around until you get to the stitch marker. And work that all the way until you get to the stitch marker. Now you're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 4, and then you're going to work an increase. And then work your increase. And then work that until you get to the stitch marker. Work 1 single crochet in the next 4 and then an increase. Now you're going to single crochet in each stitch around this round. Until you get to the stitch marker. Now you're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. And then work an increase. So single crochet in the next 5 and then work an increase to the stitch marker. Now single crochet in each stitch around until you get to the stitch marker. Now in the back loop, you're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. This is going to make the hat stand out for the brim. And then you're going to work 2 single crochet in the back loop. So it's going to be 1 in the next 3 in the back loop, and then 2 single crochet. So 1 and 2 and then 3, and then work 2 single crochet until you get to the stitch marker. And at the end, I just ended with 2 I'm just going to work a single crochet in the back loop of the last 2 single crochet here. Then you can slip stitch. Now single crochet in the regular loops in the next 2 stitches and then work an increase. So 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then work an increase. This will start making the brim come out, and then you're going to work it until you get to the stitch marker. Now you're going to work 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet. So then 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet, and repeat that until you get to the stitch marker. And at the end you can slip stitch and fasten off, yarn over and pull through, and then you'll weave in your ends. To add a brim around it, I used an F hook and I did a chain of 25 and then I did a slip stitch. So to do a brim, I yarned over and did a chain count of 25. You might need more or less depending. Then I'm going to take the 2 ends, bring them together, and do a slip stitch. And then you can fasten off, weave in these ends with a yarn needle. You'll have a ring looking like this. And to weave in your ends, you just take your yarn needle and go in the inside so you can hide it and secure your ends. Do this 3 to 4 times and then your hat will be complete. If you feel like this hat is too tall or too big, you can omit a couple of rounds. You can go with a smaller hook. This should fit the size ghost that I did make. If you want to, you can hot glue gun this on for the brim if you want to add a brim. You can also do a little pinch with your yarn needle if you want it to be a little crooked. And when you add the hat, if you want, you can hot glue gun this on or you can sew it on. My daughter wanted me to make a hat for this, but I decided not to hot glue gun it on because she liked to take it on and off. And this is what the black one looks like. I think the black looks better for a witch's hat. I hope you enjoyed this crochet ghost tutorial. The pattern is down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe and thank you for watching.